Our next speaker is Rob Rogers.
Good evening, Mr. Rogers.
Good evening, board members and Mr. Gregory. Mr. Gregory, I first want to make thank you for making a tough decision recently regarding mask restrictions. I know you've been raked over the proverbial coals over the last few weeks from both science proponents and the misinformed. And while we may not see eye to eye on the reasons, I wanted you to know that I was empathetic to the hard position that you're in, and I appreciate that decision. If D11 statistics are any indication, I'm sure we'll all see the positive outcome soon. I had intended to conclude my comments there, but earlier this week I received a similar flyer from Mr. LaValle's campaign. In bold letters across the top, it characterized Mr. LaValle as your conservative choice for D20, and I've been thinking about this characterization ever since. See, I'm relatively new to the district, and I've been under the assumption all this time that the board was a nonpartisan committee of individuals that set aside their political ideologies in exchange for just simply making the best decision for students. Now that it's been made abundantly clear that my assumption was wrong, I have different questions and concerns. You see, this is going to be a shock. I'm not a conservative. My spouse is not a conservative. My kids have nothing in common with modern conservative principles. So now I have to wonder if this body is actually representing my kids' best interest or their own political agendas. That's a very uncomfortable position for any parent to be in, regardless of their personal political persuasions. Can a self-proclaimed conservative board members actually represent me and my family? Do they even care about me and my family? How would one administer a school system by leveraging conservative principles without it becoming the indoctrination that so many fear? I haven't been able to figure out the answer to that question, so I can only conclude that indoctrination is the point. Implementing political agendas is the point. Deconstructing public education is the point. Forget teacher shortages, forget bullying and mental health, forget class sizes, the loss of learning due to a global pandemic, or funding to properly equip schools, or any of the other real issues that D20 currently faces. It's apparently all about politics, not kids. It's disappointing to see that this board has been tainted by political interest, and as a result, every parent in this district now has reasons to question its motive and decisions. So I'm going to leave you with just a question. Does this board represent me and my children, or does it represent a political party? Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Rogers.